Aries. This is a reading for you for May, for the month of May. I'm going to pull 3 Akashic Tarot, 3 Angel Wisdom Tarot, 3 Psychic Tarot. I'm just going to do it as I have been doing. I'm going to just cut the deck randomly. Ooh, up in the air. Up in the air. Wishes fulfilled. I think Taurus got wishes fulfilled in exactly the same position. I think it was Taurus. Maybe it was Virgo. And the treasure. Nice. Now let's just have a quick shuffle. I've already shuffled and cut them. I've shuffled them in between each reading. I've shuffled them about 6 times and cut them twice. Ooh, awakening. Wise counsel. Wise counsel in the center of your spread. Sorry, wise counselor. And that card really wants to come out. The 4 of Swords. Which in this particular deck, I mean, I often say meditation when the 4 of Swords comes out. But in this deck, we can see that that image is clearly being displayed. And your 3, or maybe I should take 4 then. I think I am going to take 4. Oh, okay. Patience and planning. Card number 1 from the Psychic Tarot. Ooh, shadow. So that's definitely going to be talking about something to do with working with your shadow self or working on your shadow self or something like that. Temptation. So that's not unusual to get that after the shadow card. Working on your dark side. Yes, and the steam train just went poop. Material and spiritual prosperity. And you have got treasure as well. So work with your shadow. Shadow work is required to reach material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, Aries? Okay. Card number 18 of the Major Arcana in this Akashic Tarot deck is called Up in the Air. A man and a woman a man and a woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem to be hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight. But there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not yet have come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or influence the outcome, you might push that outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time doesn't matter to your eternal soul, whose power and love are always with you, for now and indeed forever. What else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all that you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. Five of Keys. Wishes fulfilled. Nice card, nice energy. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are the keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flowers, sugars and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world estate. This card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these, victory is assured. There is an abundance of sweet nourishment and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours, so celebrate. The Akashic force for this card is: close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open the door and see what lies ahead. And the Two of Keys. The Treasure. A man looks dejectedly at a smashed treasure chest in a room that has obviously been robbed and plundered. Behind him, a stream of light shines from below the lid of an unbroken chest that rests on a small table. The only piece of furniture in the room that hasn't been touched. This card represents a great loss or disappointment in your life right now. It could be the loss of a job, a relationship, or even an opportunity. But remember that this phase is temporary. It might take some time and effort to rally your forces to recover, but there's a great treasure within you that is always available. The little chest represents that part of you that is filled with light. It isn't vulnerable, and it can never be lost or damaged. When you focus on what's wrong or what's lacking, it perpetuates your sense of emptiness and victimization. So don't let yourself get lost in loss. Open the lid to your light and let it illuminate your way. There are other opportunities and greater wealth waiting for you to discover. The Akashic force with this card is: close your eyes and feel the treasure inside you. There is a golden light there that flows through your whole body and into the air around you. This is your boundless and abundant light, and it acts as a beacon to the world. Nice. Nice ending. Tricky message at the beginning. The Awakening card. Awakening. Card number 12. The Dreamer is back in this card. Now, the Dreamer in this deck is the Fool. The Dreamer, and it's the Hanged Man. The Dreamer is back in this card, and his situation will require the help of past languages of the divine. Archangel Shamuel, who is sitting at the top of the tree there, gets a better view of which path to take. The Dreamer is back, and he seems to be a little hung up. Is he taking some time to rethink and reflect, or is he just in a playful mood and wanting a break? His demeanour seems to say, ta-da! Look at what I can do. And yet all his belongings are falling out over the ground. The Archangel in this card seems quite focused on something in the distance, but the dreamer is oblivious. The world looks different. Sorry, I've lost my place. The world looks different when you're upside down. Life is I was just guessing what it said. The world looks different when you're upside down. Life is presenting the dreamer with the opportunity to see things in a different way, to gain a new perspective. He's not in any way tied to this moment, so clearly any halt in his progress is temporary. The dreamer has evolved into a unique and quirky soul. He's willing to be himself without caring what others think. Perhaps you should follow his lead. This is also a card that asks you to give to others and perhaps, when appropriate, put their interests ahead of your own. The additional meaning of this card is unexpected changes, seeing beyond what's obvious, hidden action behind an apparent standstill, exploring your past lifetimes, unusual solutions, and epiphanies. I think an epiphany is coming for you, Aries. Wise Counselor. Wise Counselor. No matter which spiritual language you choose, Archangel Sandalphon will act as your liaison to Source. His desire is to see that your prayers are heard and answered. While in this deck, you have a kind of and compassionate emperor, that's not always the case with people in charge. Structure and discipline can turn into tyranny in the wrong hands. There's a need for spiritual teachers and leaders to provide a moral compass. The Wise Counselor card is about the belief system that guides you on your path, bringing courage, self-respect, and peace. It's your connection with the divine. The Wise Counselor is also a duality card because it can reflect a need to adopt a traditional approach, like the Hierophant. Or it might ask that you toss tradition out of the window and go your own way. Which aspect of the card is recommended depends on the other cards in the reading and your divine guidance and intuition. The Wise Counselor also reflects being in a community of like-minded people who support one another and locating a spiritual mentor or guide who can help you find your way. The additional meanings of this card, well, it's next to a meditative card and an awakening card, so you're definitely being asked to look at things from another perspective and talk to your spirit guides and angels. The additional meanings of this card: doing the right thing for the right reason, remaining true to your principles, respecting your elders or the lessons of the past, the power of prayer, the search for meaning in life, schools or spiritual institutions. Four of Air next. Four of Swords. It's time to withdraw from the craziness of daily life so you can rest. Find a way to quiet your mind through meditation, by going for a peaceful walk, or even by taking a nap. This is a message of happy solitude. The answers you've been seeking via the intellect are simply not going to come through more overthinking. It's time to let the subconscious and the spiritual help you process your concerns. Stopping thinking about them at all may be the right thing to do. Focus on something else, preferably something happy. Make sure you're getting enough sleep and giving yourself the time required to recuperate from any health challenges. Additional meanings of this card: taking a vacation, allowing more time before making a decision, mental exhaustion, the power of meditation, setting aside your concerns for now. And the angel wisdom within this card is it's time for you to withdraw from the hectic energy of the world so you can reflect upon your situation. Archangel Raziel, as the Hermit, offers you his magical insights into your own inner world so you can be at peace. Nice. So definitely take some peaceful time for yourself. And from the Psychic Tarot, we've got choosing wisely. Yes. Patience and planning. Good things come to those who wait. This card signifies the qualities of patience and letting go of control. You should now pause, rest, assess, and rethink what's in front of you before continuing. This card reminds you to reevaluate the goals that you're seeking, your finances, and even your relationships. Take the time to review each area one by one, for there's no rush when you're planning for a successful future. As you pause during this period, notice what has worked well for you in the past, not what you or others believe to be true, but in actual positive experiences. While you're at this reflecting stage, you can stand back and plan how you're going to handle potentially difficult and complex situations that may arise in the future. The next card is a major arcana card. Now this shadow card comes after hope and before light. So definitely, let's just see what it says. This card represents emotions, sensitivity, and a reminder that nothing in life is at a standstill. This is a world of constant flux. And the one thing that is certain is that everything changes. This card is calling you to action. The time is now when you may have to face your worst fears and look into the dark shadows of your soul. You must learn to confront shadow work. You must learn to confront the shadows in your soul that you must learn to confront. That you have, confront what you've avoided and walk courageously through it. Always know that life naturally revitalizes itself, and as it does, so do you. The shadow card promises that there's light at the end of the tunnel. Recognize that by no longer denying your past and letting the tears fall, you'll discover the diamonds in treasure chest in your soul. This is a cleansing process to wash away and clear out what was once avoided, ignored, or pushed aside. This card indicates that this is a time when your psychic sensitivity may be quite intense. Learn to open up to it, or if need be, to turn it down. Your body is one big psychic antenna. So just remember that you're in control of how high or low you want the reception to be. Mother Earth can assist you in this period of change, sensitivity and healing. And the traditional tarot archetype for this card is the moon. For it is card number 18. Temptation, card number 15. Traditional tarot archetype, the devil. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviours are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material, physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency, to someone or even work. hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behaviour? Is there negative thinking or behaviours that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts, so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. And you need to do this because you've got spiritual and material prosperity. The number 6 physical card, this is of the physical suit from this deck. The number 6 physical card represents a peaceful, tranquil time when problems seem to actually disappear. A sudden bonus, pay raise, or even a promotion could be in the offering. It could be expected to arrive out of the blue. This card may also signify a group that has worked and strived towards the success of a common goal. A time of prosperity, balance, and harmony in your physical and spiritual existence is showing you that the practice of giving and receiving will bring you true riches. Look into your life and see where you can spread spiritual and physical wealth. Is there a person or a favourite charity that would welcome an act of kindness right now? Practice generosity, gratitude, and compassion so that you continue to prosper in all areas of your life. Okay, you are definitely being asked in this reading to talk to your spirit guides, seek wise counsel, do some shadow work, think about anything you're addicted to. But remember, there are some unknown. There are still some things that are up in the air. And remember that you have treasure inside of you. If anything's been taken from you or you feel hard done by in some sort of situation. Okay, Aries. Thanks for being here. Take care. Bye.
Wrap it up.